Hi, boys and girls. We're reading our Apple Blossom the Possum for today. We are on chapter 32, page 230. Antonio and Amulet, eyes and mouths wide open in surprise, watched from the shadows. Their father is singing and their mother is dancing. It is both shocking and amazing. Who are these possums? And then the music from the monsters cavorting inside changes tempo again and gets louder. The possums suddenly all cheer. Big Paw shouts, "They're playing our song!" He scrambles down from his spot on the box, wiggles his way out into the crowd, and grips Mama Possum's waist as he shouts, "Conga line!" It is clear that the animals know what to do. Mama is in front, Big Paws has her back, and a long line of possums forms from there. They take three shuffle steps forward and then stop in a unison, kick up a leg on the fourth beat. In the air, the fireflies buzz together like an electric string tossed into the sky. When it's time for a kick, they make their bodies glow bright, yellow-green, and fling three of their 6 hind legs up towards the moon. On the wires overhead, the bats, not wanting to be left out, draw their wings across their chest and open up on the fourth beat. It doesn't take long before the raccoon in the corner tosses down his peanuts and heads to the end of the possum line to join in. The place is rocking. It's a sight to see. Antonio and Amulet feel the music surge through their bodies. First, Amulet starts tapping his left foot. Then Antonio finds his tail moving from side to side. The whole universe is now centered on the cavorting animals on the roof of the tall structure. In the middle of the moon-filled night, Antonio and Amulet forget for a moment about their sister and they don't care anymore that they've been told to wait for further instruction. They climb over the low wall and emerge from the darkness. Mama Possum heads whips up in their direction. She is mid-kick when she abruptly stops. The Congo line behind her comes to a halt as each possum crashes into the next, causing a pileup that resembles a train wreck, but with a lone raccoon landing on top. Mama calls out, "Antonio, Amulet, what are you doing here?" Her voice is somewhat between shocked and scolding. Amulet is quiet, but Antonio says, "Big Paws brought us to find you." And then the music down below ends. It has to be a coincidence, but it's suddenly a pin drop quiet. The fireflies break out of their line. The bats stop swinging on their wire. The one-eyed cat darts out of sight. Then the raccoon pulls himself up from the possum pile and, as raccoons sometimes do, speaks in a rapid, rude manner as he approaches Antonio and Amulet. "You two are wrecking a good party. Aren't you too young to be up here?" The other possums now eye the two brothers with deep suspicion. Then Mama Possum intervenes. "These are my sons." Big Paws gets to his feet and steps forward, but he puffs out in a way that seems to irritate Mama Possum because she moves right past him and heads straight for Antonio and Amulet. She sweeps them into her outstretched arms. "Come to Mama and get a hug." Antonio and Amulet have forgotten how wonderful it feels to be wrapped up in one of Mama's hugs. There is nothing like it. Really, Mama Possum always smells like an orange peel in a fir tree. Antonio knows this because she secretly carries a sprig of fir in her front pouch. He doesn't know why she smells like orange peels. She talks while she hugs them. "I want to hear what you two have been up to. How did you happen upon your father? And why are you here on the roof? You are still pretty young to be dancing in the moonlight." Antonio and Amulet forget all about the long trek on the wires. They don't care about the rats in the tunnel or the fact that they had to jump from the dumpster to the metal stairs. It's all worth it now because they are with Mama Possum. Antonio's head swims with thoughts. He wants to stay on this roof forever to hear the music and watch the fireflies and swing bats and be held in the arms of his mama, which makes him sound like a baby, but he isn't. But then he remembers the reason they ended up here. "We came because of Apple Blossom." All the possums listen. A few whisper, "Apple Blossom? Who's Apple Blossom?" Amulet looks at Mama. "She fell into the monster house. You could say it was partly our fault, but you could also say it was really just her fault because she shouldn't have been up there." Antonio elbows Amulet. "It was an accident, but there are windows on the roof and we saw her inside. We wanted to try to help her, but we didn't have a plan. And then we ran into Big Paws and he had a plan, which was to find you." Amulet chimes in. "He said you know what to do." Mama Paws looks over to Big Paws. He smiles a toothy smile that Antonio thinks looks nervous. Mama Possum stares off into the distance. It's the first time Antonio and Amulet realize that there's a good view this high off the ground. The sparkling lights of the monster structures litter the horizon. Mama Possum's hands rest on her hips, and she holds her head high as she turns to the other possums. Her voice is strong and clear and forceful. The world believes that we are solitary, nomadic animals, but is that the case? Several of the possums shake their heads in what Antonio and Amulet believe means no. Mama Possum continues. What did you experience here tonight? What was the feeling of dancing in the moonlight? A possum with unusually large feet calls out, It's a ripping good time. Mama Possum's eyes narrow. Yes, it is. It is one thing to dance alone, but it is something else to dance with a tribe, especially a tribe that you understand. A tribe of possums. The possums are all now listening. No one moves as Mama Possum continues. Who eats the snails, the slugs, the rotten fruit from under the trees? Several of the possums shout out, We do. Mama looks pleased. She is louder and more excited now, and her presentation is building. Who takes care of the pill bugs, the anthills, the earwig nest? Mama Possum joins the chorus. We do! Mama Possum scrambles up onto the metal box. Who keeps the rats, the mice, and moles in line? Who patrols the neighborhood, never asking for anything? All the possums now shout, We do! Mama Possum raises her fist in the air as she thunders, Who is misunderstood? The possums shriek, We are! Mama leans forward. Her voice is intimate. It is emotional. It vibrates with feeling. Who will come with us to rescue a lost family member who has fallen into the hands of the enemy? Who will stand by our side? Antonio and Amulet and Big Poss are on their tiptoes. This is one memorable performance, but the crowd is suddenly silent. And then, as fast as can be imagined, all of the other possums and the one raccoon scramble off the roof and disappear down the metal stairs, leaving just Mama and Big Poss and the two young possum brothers. Seconds later, the bats and the fireflies take to the sky. Amulet whispers, She lost her audience. Antonio nods. Maybe we are solitary nomadic species. But Mama Possum doesn't look defeated. She shrugs. I guess it's just a family production. And that is it for today, boys and girls. We will start again tomorrow with our next reading. I hope you guys have enjoyed today. Good luck on your Kahoot and have an awesome day.